you can clap in front
Do a
of
clap?
you.
All right. The great Jewish philosopher Abraham Joshua Heschel said that there are some texts, some books that are living and some are dead. And he said that the dead ones are like stones, and if you plant the stone down into the soil, nothing will ever grow out of it. But the living ones are like a seed, and you put it in the soil, and with the right conditions, it grows and gives life. That image has stuck with me and has been sort of how I describe my relationship to Augustine of Hippo, or St. Augustine, the great author from the later Roman Empire and one of the great church fathers. One of the wonderful things about reading authors like Augustine is that their works repay and reward rereading. You come to them over and over again, and actually you can mark your own development and progress as a human being often by the way in which you're understanding a book or a text at a given time. They also, often these books and these authors have ideas that have the power to transform and change your life. And so by coming back to the text, you kind of keep tabs on where you're going. One of those ideas for me is Augustine's concept of the Christian life as being a process of ordering one's loves. And the Latin word, it's a beautiful phrase, the ordo amoris, the order of love. And for Augustine, he says the main thing we do is love. He calls us in the Confessions bundles of loves. And then on the other hand, he said the great sort of goal of the moral and spiritual life is to obey the double commandment of love, which is found in the Old Testament. Again, Jesus offers it as a summary of the law and the prophets, to love God with everything you have and to love your neighbor as yourself. And so for Augustine, the great drama of the moral life is somehow working out the relationship between these two facts about human existence, that we love and we need to order our loves properly toward God and toward our neighbors. Augustine says the great dilemma and difficulty for humans is that our souls, because of the fall or of original sin, our souls have actually been crumpled or turned inward on themselves. And so we tend towards self-love of a very unhealthy and broken sort. And in that, we lose ourselves, ultimately. And so Augustine prescribes this sort of beautiful vision of healing, what you could call a therapy of human desire, in which we begin to reorder our loves toward God appropriately and toward other human beings, our neighbors. One of the beautiful images of love in the Confessions is he describes our love as weight. It's our gravity, or our weight, our pondus. And so if you think of it like water, for instance, you have water coming down in the form of snow or rain on mountainsides, forming streams and then rivers, and finally the river finds its way back out to the ocean through the weight of the water. Augustine prescribes that we allow our loves to lead us back to God, the source of all good things. And so you start to appreciate the good things, the things that you're drawn to and love in this life, and you start to see the way in which they participate in the source of all good, who is God. And you begin to allow your soul, through gratitude, appreciation, and wonder, to follow them back up to the source in God, who is the good itself. That idea of ordering love has stuck with me for a long time and has transformed my life, and I think it captures for me the importance of returning to the great authors and the great texts and reading them again and again. Not just reading for knowledge, but looking for wisdom.